Quick, in the alley, right behind the dumpster. She leads him, walking backwards, his hand stuck to her as if glued. And when the dumpster shields him from the street view, she runs a palm over the front of his pants and feels just how much he wants her. He reaches up, leaning his chubby face in, trying to lift up her veil and kiss her. She catches his wrist. You'd prefer it on, she says. His eyebrows lift in a question. His face is closed now, and Alex senses that he can see through the mesh. She's wearing a lot of makeup, a special brand that fills in the indentations of scars. But it can't cover everything. His expression changes from lust to worry. Alex grunts, working open his fly, pulling his cock out over the waistband of his tighty-whities. It's long and hard, and she digs her fingernails into the shaft, but his fingers have stopped moving, even as he tries to grind against them, and his eyes remain locked on her face. She sighs, annoyed, and releases his wrist. Fine! You really want to see? Help yourself! He lifts her veil. His worried expression explodes into revulsion. Oh! Oh, Jesus God! He tries to pull away, but Alex grips his shaft tight. Her free hand unclips the folder knife from her garter belt, using the thumb stud to flick open the 3-inch blade. She jabs it in sideways under his balls, slicing open the femur. The man screams. Alex twists the knife, severing the femoral artery, then spins on her heels and shoves him face first into the wall. She pins his shoulder while blood sluices down the bricks. His hands are clamped onto the wound, but it won't help. She widens her stance as the pool of blood grows, avoiding stains on her Mew Mew pumps. He struggles and struggles hard, but Alex has both strength and leverage on her side. His moans are muffled by the wall and the traffic sounds. She's still turned on. Alex thinks about reaching down, forcing one of his hands between her legs, but she doesn't want to risk him getting loose. So, what do you think your family will say? Found dead in an alley with your prick hanging out? He strains against the wall. The harder he fights, the faster he loses blood. Alex leans in closer, whispers into his hairy ear. Maybe I'll pay your wife a visit. Just tell them how much you wanted me before you died. I bet your driver's license has your address on it. Should I drop by the old homestead? He takes his hands off his crotch and pushes against the wall, grunting. The blood is really flowing now. His effort lasts less than a minute. Then he slumps against the brick wall like a drunk embracing an old war buddy. You know, I really hope you're worth my time. She tries to open the front pockets first. Keys, a tin container of breath mints. Alex opens the container and instead of breath mints finds egg-shaped yellow pills, tadalafil, for erectile dysfunction. Not that he seemed to need it anyways. Then she digs into his back pocket, freeing his wallet. $3. 3 fucking lousy dollars, and his credit cards. They all say CID on the back signature line. Shit! Alex is no longer horny, just irritated. He's almost dead, probably in shock. But she takes time to vent her frustrations out on him. When she's finished, her face looks a lot worse than hers ever did. Then she squats next to the rain puddle and rinses off the folder before clipping it back to her garter belt. On her way out of the alley, she picks up the dropped umbrella and opens it, shielding her face from the drizzle. Alex needs money. The $3 she just stole won't even buy hair dye. When the body is discovered and ID'd, there's a chance it will lead back to the coffee shop. Cops will be looking for a blonde staying at the Hyatt who recently attended a funeral. All 3 of them false leads. Once Miss Clairol gets involved, of course. Luckily, this is a big city, and money is everywhere. You just have to know where to look. Alex checks her watch. Oh yeah, she has some time before her date. More than enough time to make a few grand. She heads uptown, springing her step, eyes searching for the next person to murder. And there you have it. That's Chapter 2 of J.A. Konrath's Cherry Bomb, a real fast-paced, edge-of-your-seat thriller with a lot of suspense, with a dash of humor as well. Of course, the chapter which I just read to you just now didn't have much humor in it, but trust me, you will enjoy this book, which you can find either at your favorite bookstore, your library, or you can even go on his website, www.jakonrath.com, and you can order it yourself. And he's also on Twitter. I'll leave the information at the end of the show here. And you can even find him on Facebook. Now, as if you're, let's say, a first-time author, another reason why you want to visit his website is because if you're a first-time author or writer, you will find a wealth of information, everything you need to know about the publishing industry to make sure you don't get scammed or fall into any pitfalls, and help you get over the humps that a lot of us first-time writers and authors run into when we first get on our first writing endeavors. So you might want to check. You will want to check out this site here. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. So thank you very much for joining me for this episode right here. Oh yes, I almost forgot. I was just on Facebook yesterday and I noticed that one of his latest book, which is actually written under his pseudonym of Jack Kilbourne, and the name of his book is called Afraid. It's not part of the Jack Daniels mystery series. This is a standalone thriller. And the good news is that the Dowdle brothers, who are responsible for bringing us the movie Quarantine last year. I don't know if you remember that movie there. Well, the Dowdle brothers are directing the adaptation of Afraid. So you can find, let me see, you can find this information here at, what's the website right here? Just wait for it to come up. You can find it on www.firstshowing.net. I'll leave the information at the end of this show right here. So if you're a big J.A. Konrath fan and you haven't heard about this, check this out right here. I'm sure you'll find this very, very interesting. So anyways, I have to go right now. Thanks again for joining me for this episode. So, as I say always, stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you. Have a pleasant evening. Goodbye.